Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me Matt, where we have a 2v2 field here on Moscow outskirts, which is on the western front. Let's go through the players. In the Western Allies today, we have Jacket as the United States of America without a commander choice. And we have Mano Lol with the British Commonwealth without a commander choice. Rounding out as the Axis today, we have BH-18 as like the Division for the Wehrmacht. Smoky Strategy with Panzer Tactics for the Waffen-SS. Let's see how this turns out for them. Happy holidays to anyone who celebrates Christmas around this time of year, because it's probably going to be up around the time or around those days. But yeah, we got a match in finally, which is nice to see. I barely get replays in nowadays, but it's nice to have them. Also remember, you can also send in Company of Heroes free Spearhead replays in the link below, or well, not really the link below, but the email below. You follow the instructions, because Company of Heroes free Spearhead is now available as well. So always remember that. There's more avenues for you to get videos, and if you want to try the Spearhead free mod, which I highly recommend playing, for Company of Heroes free. Focus on anyone who gets me here with the rifle section of the British. First rifle section always survives with a brain gun. Sorry, I'm hiccuping a little bit. It's been annoying most of the day, even started while I was at work. Because for those who don't know, I have a job now, which is also why my recording schedule is a little bit different sometimes. Yes, it's secure points, but so far it's mostly just some basic skirmishing going on at the moment. Not a lot of extra action happening, but that is to be expected. I'm still trying to work out with this new microphone setting, because it does pick up my keyboard very easily when I am talking, so I have to just deal with that, I guess. It is kind of annoying though. To get some grenadiers on the flank here from the Waffen-SS. Trying to get some shots in. Rifle section also coming up as well to try and get into position. Let's get some crossfire going, which might actually be very bad for the British here. Ooh, the grenadiers are trying to get to a better position here to throw a grenade, probably. They're not being targeted, so they're actually going to succeed in getting closer. So they're actually getting some good shots in now. More grenadiers are arriving. We also have the bring gun quickly rushing into that building over there. Getting a vantage point. But there's too many Kar-98s already, I think. Quickly making some work of the cover used by the British forces. Now this other flank, there's not a lot of action going on yet, but the grenadiers and Folks grenadiers are encountering the Americans. Still no command choice from either allied player. Lots of American riflemen trying to push up. This single Folks grenadier squad is not going to be able to last for long. They're pulling back, realizing what might happen. Let's get behind more heavy cover up there. It's quite smart. But they could get outflanked here still. Well, no, not really outflanked, but they can certainly get overrun. They lack some more troops on the flank to supplement them. These Folks grenadiers are definitely in trouble. Because that's a lot of rifles now pointing at them. And they're not lasting long. It's also being tossed. One flash being tossed there, but I think the Folks grenadier might actually get away because of that. Especially with the Kugelwagen now ready to provide support fire. I need to probably also work in towards getting out of there. We have a 30 caliber machine gun arriving. Let's be suppressed out in the open. Kugelwagen has to pull back quickly. British are falling back a little bit, sitting in a medic position here, an aid station. Remain in the fight. Now that they're just getting out their MG42, which is doing really pretty good. We also have the MG42 at this Kugelwagen, which is why it's so lethal actually. Americans are quickly trying to dig in again. Trying to secure their newly established territory. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers from the Wehrmacht are able to secure the other munitions point. Meanwhile, it looks like the Waffen-SS is pushing for this fuel point. But the British are firmly docking in with that aid station. It's being tossed. But the British can just remain there thanks to the aid station for a bit. So that's the medic team. But I think the Germans will be able to secure the point. We have an MG44 that can set up here to cover this flank. We also have an MG44 inside that structure. It's going to be very difficult for the British to take that point now, I think. We'll probably discover here shortly. That MT-34 opening up. Smoke grenade being popped up, and that is an instant smoke from the British. And half-track arriving there for the After has to tear up. Goes to the Wehrmacht and troops southwards. The Americans are still... Oh, they have set up their own aid station. So both the British and the Americans are utilizing the aid station. That is good to see, at least. We don't really see the aid station be used as much. So I appreciate that. British have managed to get up here. Looks like there's some smoke effects we're not seeing. Once the smoke clears, they are all going to start dying. Another smoke being popped. And great assault going in. They took out the aid station. As the smoke clears, the MG-34 can start ripping into them again. And at the aid station, those British troops are actually pretty damn wounded. Might be a very bad spot for them to be in. They will be able to shoot out the Storm Pioneers if they enter the structure, as you can see. Thanks to the Bren gun. But MG-34 can't take some shots here. Storm Pioneer looks like... Oh, they don't make it! Oh, that's a huge loss. Storm Gewehr's are being handed out to the Storm Grenadiers, though. You can see how this turns out for them. Looks like we have a 30 caliber here from the United States holding the ground. And the Grenadiers are advancing. MG-42 does stand ready, though, in case the Americans push up. The Grenadiers have to get out of that. Those Vietnam definitely just met the MG-42 quickly there. Quickly dropping down. Smoke grenade being popped. MG-42s are very lethal after all. Would have guessed. MG-40 is being handed out here to the Grenadiers to make them into makeshift assault squads, which might actually work out for the Germans here. Oh, Germans are gonna spot this machine gun nest before it's fully constructed. So Germans might actually be able to overrun it here with the Sturmgewehrs and the MP-40 soon. They have to act quick. Yeah, they took out the gunner. Now they just need to get the rest of the Grenadiers up. They build their own bunker though. Oh! Fragmentation grenade killed out the Sappers. Looks like the British survivors are trying to push up here. They'll meet the Sturmgewehrs. And it's being tossed, and still no commander choice from either allied player. They're being a little bit cautious with their commander. I guess. Don't you know what both of the Germans have gone now, if they recognize stuff? Sturmgewehrs are doing a lot of good work there. And now we are gonna have all this Grenadiers with the MP-40s as well. And while the Wehrmacht is managed to push up down here, there's not a lot of Americans to stop them. Oh, US has gone for Mechanized, I think, because I see the fleur-de-lis. Yep, that is US Mechanized. Pullback needs to be caused. That is a recoilless rifle. Oh, it missed. It is Realism using it, so they're not the most accurate. Very risky keeping the Kugelwagen there. It is a small target, gonna kill, so that Kugelwagen has to back off. We also have an 221 arriving here for the Wehrmacht as scout car. And the Americans have brought out a half-track here. With a 50 caliber on top of some combat engineers inside. The Mthis. On this 222 is not equipped to deal with a 50 caliber yet. You guys are starting to upgrade with the Radpanzer or the 222. Yeah, 50 caliber just shoots through the 221. I don't think the Germans are prepared to dealing with the 50 caliber machine gun. 50 caliber machine gun moving up here alongside the half-track, aiming for that Kugelwagen. Let's see if they get a few bullets in on it. They're just gonna overrun the German position first. They're being called here by the lieutenant. Kugelwagen not managed to get out of there. But looks like the Wehrmacht does not lose any units in their retreat. Puma is being prepared behind us. You know, the Zoom, well, not really the Zoom grenadiers, but grenadiers of the often says are being pushed back by the British, bit by bit. Very active rifle fire here from the British forces. A marksman rifle, a Bren gun, and some Sten guns. They're a little bit of everything. Also, the Valentine tank arriving here. But the Americans are full on in their mechanized advance, using the half-crafted advantage. Rifleman managed to get through the smoke, dropping a grenade there. Oh, that's a good grenade, killing out the entire NT-42 team. That's gonna force the Germans off. But the Puma was cancelled in favor of a Panzer IV F1. But the Americans are really just leading the advance now, taking advantage of the fact that the Germans are in full retreats. Being mechanized, they can just keep the advance going. Germans need to act quick here. They can use their base for some kind of cover. Not heavy cover, though, just light cover. Oh, looks like the British have gone... Is that Commando? No, that's Royal Parachute. Okay, Royal Parachute with Anvil. Very fascinating. The Royal Parachute Regiment. I don't know what we'll see from that, but we'll see the RAF come in for the rescue, potentially. Well, not really rescue. It looks like the Allies have this pretty well handled at the moment. We'll have to see what happens, though. The Germans are certainly lacking in equipment at the moment dealing with the Americans. Let's see if the Panzer IV F1 can live up to the expectations. After SS is fully taking up, though. Valentine tries to push up here, but the Germans are quite dug in. Stug Grenadiers and a pack has been prepared. Also, bunker. Looks like we have an airdrop here of some equipment from the RAF. Might be a pack howitzer. Oh, a mortar and a pack howitzer. Ooh, that's just the equipment they need. Wonderful. F1 is pushing up though, and looks like the half-tank has to keep a distance here. Americans are getting an AT gun now after noticing the F1. I don't think much of the equipment here can actually deal with an F1. At least at long range. Lieutenant is in trouble. He might actually be dying there. Hoping I can get him out. He is going to attend it though with a smoke grenade, I think. Because notice if you're pinned behind cover, it does take a while before you start to take damage. So the lieutenant does make it. Now the F1 applies the pressure, loading a canister rounds. Oh, a good one at that too! Now the Grenadiers are pushing up with the Gewehr 43s. Also some Tommy guns have been equipped here on the Volksgrenadiers. Probably pilfered from the Americans at some point. A3 Sherman is being repaired behind us though. Looks like a Valentine tank got destroyed here by a Panzer strike inside the church. Mortar and pack howitzer is operational now by the British. They're gonna start bombing this area pretty handily soon, I think. Mortar have to also arrive for the Wehrmacht Mechanized. Oh well, like that to be honest, but like this basically a Mechanized commander. So we kind of have mech versus mech down here between the Wehrmacht and the United States. Oh, good shot there from the 3-inch gun. Penetrating the front plate of the Panzer IV F1. And takes it out. F1 was not up to scratch. Open fleets arriving here to help reinforce the front line. We have the Stuart tank coming up here from the United States of America. An American light infantry support tank. Also believe it was used as a scout tank, but I'm not really sure. It's because of the Panzer strike though. I need to avoid that at all costs. Our engineers are trying to push up over here. Looks like we have the British forces making a push. They did bomb out the pack, but they lack armor support at the moment. These Sturmgrenadiers are very, very well equipped. Two Sturmgewehrs and a MT-42. That's a lot of firepower. So the A3 Sherman is going to push up here somewhere. Half-track and Stuart on the move. There's some lacking in equipment to dealing with it. Where's the pack? It's down there. And nothing to hold the center here. The American infantry is quickly pushing up, led by the lieutenant. Getting head on. Americans being very aggressive today. MT has turned. Flam Granada, I think. Yeah, Flam Granada inside the church. Handstrike has been pinned. He has to pull out of that. They've been calling here on the machine gun position. Stug-G is being prepared by the Waffen-SS. Tech-up is happening for the Wehrmacht, but it's happening a little bit slow. MT-44 cleared out. The Americans continue their push. This is a really good push here from Jacket. Jacket seems to know what they're doing. Even the tanks here to support the riflemen as the riflemen just slowly push up further and further. This is good to see. This is what we want to see. Good firefights. But the Stug-G is quickly moving up here to try and counteract. And he is up behind heavy cover. They'll last for a while. After trying to take a shot, misses. Right inside the trench area. Well, not be a trench, but fortified area. Stug has arrived. Needs to be cautious though. Putting high explosive rounds. Americans quickly pulling back, realizing what's happening. Which is troops were trying to get on the flank here, but decided against it. Not because of the machine gun here. So going for a shot here against the A3. Does not penetrate. A3 is pretty well armored frontally, so it's not easy. Good shot there from the Stug. Stug should not be underestimated. Especially long range. Now the Sherman has a better chance though because of the short range. And the A3 does have good frontal armor, as I've said. A3 setting up. They've lured the Stug too far forward. Good shot on the side from the A3. Not the A3, the 3-inch, my bad. Ooh, this could be a hard little fight here. Oh, looks like the Stug got it though. Stug backs off. Looks like we have the 1st Division Airborne on the field. The captain has arrived from the Royal Parachutists. Another F1 has been requisitioned here from the Wehrmacht. Panzerfaust upgrades are being handed out. We also have the Kampfkraftzentrum here for the Wehrmacht to allow veterans upgrades. Also base repairs, maintenance bay. Maintenance, I like to see this. Also you keep the base repaired in case you get bombed. Back in machine gun trying to push up, but it's being a little bit overwhelmed. As you can see. Yeah, both done pretty handled there by the Gewehr 43s and the Panzer IV F1. Dunganier is trying to push up here, trying to take out this 3-inch gun. Yeah, this is a Veterancy 5 squad, by the way. That is pretty intense, but the British are getting some good shots on the flank. British troops are pretty damn good at what they do. We might have the RAF being called in, or it might just be an artillery strike. Looks like it might be just an artillery strike being called in here. Yeah, right in the church. They want to deny that church to the Germans. We have a Stug F8 arriving here. And be equipped with high explosive rounds, which it already is actually, so it's going to be very good dealing with infantry formations. Which the British have a lot of. They don't really have a lot of armor. But this Stug F8 is actually going to be quite dangerous, I reckon. Very for dealing with all these British troops. And while the F1 is pushing down here with some Grenadier support. Americans are lacking in proper AT equipment now to dealing with it. Especially as the German infantry supports the tank. Tanks are amazing for supporting infantry after all. Which sit there with a canister round, almost taking out the combat engineers. Gonna force the United States troops back. Putting a new high explosive round. But we have some air burst rounds going in. Looks like it's actually from the Germans. It's technically not an air burst. It's technically, well, it is in the air burst. But technically what happens is the shell hits the ground, bounces back up, and then explodes. I think it's the idea. From what I read from the description of it. Oh, that's a 17 pounder though. I don't think the Stug is prepared for that. Good high explosive round though. Oh, it managed to pin the 17 pounder. Smoke round pop, that is smart. It needs to back off quick. He did kill a fair few British troops though. Some Grenadiers might die for the cause there. Yeah, they can move down. The Americans are just being pushed very hard back here by the Germans. It needs to get some repairs here, but it's good to see Stugs. I like to see Stugs. Most of them are being prepared to replace the lost ones. And we finally have Panzerhalle or Fahrzeughalle upgrade here for the Wehrmacht. A little bit slow for the Wehrmacht, but it's fine. They are doing fine despite it. Black emplacement has been set up here to cover the southern road. It has no cover though, that's right in the middle of the road. It's not good for it, I think. Cromwell 6 with a 95mm howitzer. Not good at penetrating tanks though. And that did not really work out well for the Allies. I think the Allies stand into a little bit of a panic mode after the initial push failed. That big American push got pretty far, but then they got pushed back by the Stug. I really think that started to really slow them. And now the Germans control all the ground. And the Allies have to push through somewhere. But how and where is the question? Because the Brits have lost all their infantry actually. They have no infantry squads, they only have support teams. That is pretty bad. Not good for the British. And the Allies are also running on very low resource incomes now. They have to work extra hard to get their resources. Panzer IV being prepared by the Waffen-SS. Both teams are doing their best up there to just apply pressure, but if it's going to advance, it's going to run into an AT gun. Which is not having any luck doing. 17 pilots trying to get into a position where it can fire. Like that. Something is trying to advance. There's nothing really to stop them. There's no infantry to stop them on machine guns. If these storm radius just gonna start advancing, there will be a few. Oh, they're gonna hit directly by a pack howitzer though. That'll do it. We'll get the grenade off, and that might be an airdrop of some airborne, I imagine. That looks like some airborne arriving here for the British. An assault team. Germans are digging in the center with the Wehrmacht, being able to quench their tanks. Panzergrenadiers on the flank here, and an American recon team that might get spotted if they get too close. ECH Sherman though, that will be a hard one to crack. That can do it. And F1 is taking a big shot there from the 76. I think it's a 76mm. It's hard to hit it while it's entrenched. It's a much lower profile. But it's only an F1. Its stop gun is not very efficient against the frontal arm of an EC8. There you go, takes out the F1.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Not looking good for the Allies. This recon team might get spotted. Yeah, they've been spotted. Up here we have an MG-44 keeping more of the British troops pinned. But I've actually gotten some more infantry out. Realize they need to get infantry out. So the Hauptsturmführer is calling in some kind of strike. It's gonna be precision artillery. Probably around here. They want to flatten this area. The British are quickly scattering. Here's what's about to come in.
Officers taking the field for duty.
We also have Untersturmführer arriving. And F8 are running here for the Wehrmacht now. We get all the stocks today. At least a lot of stocks. I like to see stocks. I like stocks. I think I've made myself clear. Big American push here. EC8 pushing on the flank with infantry support. They're circling around to avoid the pack. So far doing a good job. Very good push here from the Americans, but Stug is getting on the flank.
Infantry squad has been killed.
Stug is getting around the flank here. Oh, and after that EC8 ammo cooked. Now I can swap to high explosives. He wants to try and deal with all the infantry.
Forces are securing our territory.
I said it pulls back because it lacks infantry support. Oh, the Wehrmacht lost practically everything there. That's actually a pretty good counter assault there from the Americans, but now the Waffen-SS is pushing on the British, and the British are suffering heavy losses too. This entire front is kind of collapsed. Especially with the F8 and the Stug-G supporting each other.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Get missed.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
But being popped on the base. Very smart. Want to try and protect it as long as they can.
The enemy cut our supply line.
But the Brits are suffering a lot of damage now to their base. And the Panzer forces is advancing. I don't think the Allies can make a comeback from this. We'll have to see. They do have a 17-pounder arriving. Because this F8 with the G is just supporting so well.
Our headquarters are under fire.
Ooh, 17-pounder failed to penetrate. They need to focus down at F8. The F8 is doing all the infantry damage. We do have an anti-tank team from the United States arriving.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
So G down. Panzer trying to take a shot on Panzer IV J now.
HQ is under attack.
Artillery has been called in. An anti-tank team is dead, but they dropped their bazooka. Panzer IV J down.
RE sappers reporting in.
More artillery being called in here. F8 taken out by the Piats. That's something we usually see. F8 now pushing on the central flank. German Grenadiers should probably prepare to push, and yep, the Americans are in full retreat here. The Germans just need to push. German officers the only thing now attacking the base. Oh, we are getting more F8s arriving. Lots of F8s. F8 is fairly reliable because it can swap to high explosives. Gives the Germans a vehicle that can deal with infantry formations. Something the Germans usually lack, I believe. The Germans actually don't have a lot of high explosive equipment for their base vehicles.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
The Americans are in retreat after seeing the F8. Artillery called in now in the 17-pounder.
The enemy is trying to overrun.
Brits have built part of their base down here. Just to keep it close to the Americans. But Smokey is doing a lot of good work up here, but they're losing a lot of their officers soon. Yeah, they're not making it out of that. Especially with the Americans now supporting.
Infantry unit lost.
That's too many bullets coming their way. Austin is trying to get back. More F8s are arriving quickly. That's going to apply a lot more pressure to the Allies because they still lack armor. But they can just keep on high explosive rounds. Now the stocks are arriving, they're gonna start just bombarding this area. First been called in no by the American lieutenant. Oh, good bazooka shot. Hit that one stock. It's been out of control. Or knocked out of control, really. Firefly is being prepared. Oh, it's just getting so many kills with those F8s. Oh, bazookas take them out. This is the moment the Allies need to push, but they just don't have a lot to push with. Actually, they do have a fair amount of infantry if they can just get them out there, but at this point, the Germans are getting more equipment. After this replace their losses? No, they're just getting boiler panzers. I'm not sure boiler panzers is the way to go, but who am I to judge? I personally feel some more infantry would be a good idea to hold down the area you've secured. And perhaps some more F8s. You get the infantry to push with the F8s. That could be something. They have to save their base though. Mechanized trying to push out here. That's a grenade on the Grenadiers, but the tank on the squad did die. Just a concussion grenade, did not do a lot. But the terrain is not really being very friendly here with the stock. We do have a Firefly arriving. Now I might actually get that stock to back off. But it can hit anything. White Phosphorus also coming in here. Ooh, bazooka hit right next to the stock, doing some kind of engine damage. Well, Americans are suffering heavy losses here. When there's some more artillery coming in, doing a fair amount of damage to the German front line, but the Germans still holding on. You know, the Allies are on their back foot, deeply so. What can they do from here to come back, I wonder? Well, some humans have been laid, very smart, good to see. Just in case they do get pushed back, but it's looking much more unlikely. We have the boiler panzers now arriving here for the Germans. German boiler panzers. Could be pushed forward to the front line. That's a captured 30 caliber machine gun now in German hands. The machine gun is a machine gun. So provides a lot of pressure here. Because the American infantry just cannot really push up easily with stocks pointing at them. Not without armor support. That's where the Firefly comes in, and the new EC8 that's going to be arriving soon, I imagine. Those F8s are scary. Dealing with infantry, holy shit. There's not a lot of cover either, so they're somewhat easy targets. And now we have the boiler panzers moving in. 17 pounder has been pinned already, I think.
Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
You see it in Firefly has to swing north, I think. And need to swing quick. The Germans are pushing the other flank too. The Allies are just almost locked into their base. Oh, main gun destroyed on the EC8. Oh, that's huge. And now the boiler panzers is being pushed forwards. But the boiler panzers are being taken out. Need to get an EC8 up and going again. I feel like that's the Allies' final lifeline alongside this Firefly. Good smoke used to death from the boiler panzer. And he is advancing, spotting another recon team. Looks like the F8 is soon ready to move.
Our headquarters are under fire.
Now the stocks are advancing. EC has not yet been prepared. Oh, good high explosive there. EC is ready again. Now this could be a problem for the stocks. If the EC can actually penetrate. That's why I actually like stocks. They have actually decent frontal armor. For being how cheap they are. Good shot from the Firefly though. That's one stock down.
Units of engineers have been killed.
Another stock down. EC8 and Firefly is a pretty good combination to work together actually.
Run our HQ.
I think the Allied base is in big trouble. We also have a Feuerbox Panzer here, a artillery observation vehicle. And the British base is completely gone, mostly. Like, the Allies are just pushed into their base at this point. I don't think they can make a comeback here. They're still trying, which I do applaud. First, because they're actually putting up a good fight.
HQ is under attack.
They're actually still trying to make to move out and everything. It's not just a send everything in and win situation for the Germans. They can still lose a lot of the troops if they just send everything in and allow the Allies to make a comeback. That's good to see. We have a major arriving here for the Royal Air Force. It's not easy for them to push up anymore. British base is completely destroyed. They do have one structure left.
Attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Now the vehicles are pushing in. Firefly EC8 has to quickly turn around. And EC8 is very badly hurt. And that's another Panzer IV GAs. Or two Panzer IV GAs. Oh, and there was the EC8. Nice, that's up to the Firefly. At this point, the Allies surrender. Makes sense. This was a good game. A lot of action. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.